Hello everyone! We're back in the one block world and we're doing another voiceover commentary for the video. If I'm gonna be completely honest, when I started this recording, I had no idea what I wanted to build. But when we finally arrived at the ocean stage, I realized that we were probably going to get some fish, maybe some dolphins or turtles, and I know that those guys need water to survive, and that's when I got the idea to make an aquarium. With that idea in mind, I went to my chest to see what kind of blocks I had to work with. Unsurprisingly, I didn't have many. So I go and look through the chests, and I see diorite, and I have some calcite. And for whatever reason, those two colors kind of speak to me in the moment, and that's what I decide to make the aquarium out of. While I try to mentally map out the build, I decide that I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get some wood so that I can expand the area and put the aquarium somewhere. That tree grew really fast, wow. So I decided that I'm gonna put the aquarium around where the animals are, just so that all the animals are in the same general area. It'll make them a little bit easier to manage. I'm trying to make it kind of circular, just because I don't want the platform to be very boxy, and I more or less fail at that, and I'm just gonna make a platform that's big enough, and it'll be fine. I eventually decide that I'm gonna make the aquarium a little curved on the corners just because I don't like having things be super boxy or super rectangular. And I also decide that since I have a little bit more sand, I'm gonna use said sand to make some glass panes because I think that that'll add a little bit of depth to the build as well, having it not just be one flat surface. And I'm messing with the stairs right now. I'm trying to not make it too close to where the main pin of animals are because I want to be able to have access to it. And I also don't want the aquarium to be super small, but I don't have a ton of blocks, so it's kind of a weird balancing act that I'm having to do. And I just do the same design on the left side that I do the right side. It's just a symmetrical rectangle with curves on the edges. But I unfortunately run out of stairs, so I have to make some extra stairs for the top so that the same pattern can be achieved on all sides, and then I just fill it in with the calcite. And now we're going to put the glass panes in just for that little bit of depth, and so that I can also see inside the aquarium so that I know kind of what's going on, and so that I can see them as I'm walking around. I do wish that I could have made the aquarium bigger, but I just didn't have the blocks, as is a fairly common problem in the one block series that I've run into. But we're working on it. We're trying to get more blocks. And now that it's filled out along the outside, I try to fill it up with water, and I discover this fun little quirk with water and stairs that I didn't know until this moment actually, that if you try to put water on stairs from the inside, from their full block side, the water will for whatever reason get placed on the outside along where the stair curves down, which was really annoying for me to deal with, and I had to replace some of the stairs along the outside with full blocks just so that I could put water down so that it would flow the way that I wanted it to. And I, for whatever reason, had a really hard time struggling with this. I tried to put the water where I want it to go, but I misclick on the stairs a few times, grab the water on the stairs, bring it over, and there's still a missing water block, unfortunately, but we just go back and we get another one, and it's a-okay. Once all the water is done, I replace them back with stairs, and it is all good. That goat has some hops. And we're just gonna try to get some progress made on the one block now because I don't have anything else to do, and I, need more blocks. We find a squid, and I don't have a way to get him in, but then I remember that I have string for leads, but I'm too late. And the squid unfortunately perishes, but at least I have the lead for later. And we get an axolotl, perfect use for the aquarium. I can put the axolotl straight in there. There we go. Our first fish in the aquarium, wahoo. And we're just moving along in the one block still. And I think now I'm gonna find a chest, so I'm gonna let the live audio roll for just a second. Whoa, a trident? That's crazy. Yes, so I found a trident. I had no idea that trident was even possible to find in the chests, but even more importantly, a dolphin shows up. And I abandoned basically all my responsibilities to try to get this dolphin inside the aquarium. It's really, really sketch. I put the water down to try to make him like swim up, but the dolphin doesn't cooperate, and then the axolotl swims out, and it's just a disaster. It's a complete and utter disaster trying to get this dolphin in. He's jumping everywhere. Everything is a mess, and I just decide that I'm gonna build straight up and try to make him just fall into the aquarium, and I think I have him lined up pretty well. Mine back down, and he's just happy in the aquarium. But then the thought occurs to me that he can swim out because the dolphins can jump, and that scares me a little bit. So I decide that I'm gonna go and make some trap doors to put over the aquarium so that he can't jump out. But I also, in this moment, forget that dolphins need air, and I forgot to put any air pockets in there. So the dolphin will unfortunately not be along for this world, but I will fix it eventually. It'll take a second, but I'll fix it. The Guardian shows up, but thankfully they just hippity hop their way off the platform. No problems at all. More fish for the aquarium. Nice. Tropical fish this time. And the tropical fish are going into the aquarium. Nice. Wonderful. Our first 2 fishes because the axolotl swam out. I'm pretty sure that that's actually like a blessing in disguise that the axolotl swam out, because I did a little bit of research into it after, and I'm pretty sure that axolotls will hurt other fish if they're around them. So at least now he can't hurt my other fish. We get a pufferfish too. He's a little annoying, and I really don't want him to go around other fish because I'm pretty sure he's hostile to other friendly fish as well. And we're continuing to mine, but a drowned will show up. There he is. And it's no problem at all. We just knock him straight off. Thankfully, there's only one. Next, we're gonna see a bunch of brown fish show up, and they just instantly hop off the ledge. And that reminds me that I had wanted to put fencing around the 1 block to keep like the friendly mobs safe, and I figure I can handle all the hostile mobs in the moment. That's what I think. Spoiler alert, sometimes the hostile mobs are a little scary. I forgot to light around the aquarium, which is how that skeleton showed up, and I believe there's also a zombie. Yeah, there he is. So I really quickly run around to light the area just to avoid any more mobs showing up, because I really don't want to deal with any skeletons. And I knock the zombie off, no problems at all, and we go back to the 1 block. I'm feeling good right now. There is absolutely nothing that could harm my spirits, except for 2 guardians, which are about to show up. There they are. Okay. And I just like kind of hit them, trying to get them off the ledge, but they almost get the best of me, and I run back, put a little platform to block their lasers, and I'm trying to figure out how to get through them, and I figured that he'll just hopefully jump off the ledge, so I broke the fence, and that worked out just fine. Crisis averted. And so that kind of becomes my game plan for any time that I find more guardians, is I'm just gonna break a block. And now 2 dolphins show up, and I immediately start kind of panicking because I want to get them into the aquarium as fast as possible. Not that it super matters though, because the aquarium isn't even like suitable for the dolphins, but it's okay. No! He jumped off! Oh, my freaking leads are... Wait, they're right here. Okay. I was really annoyed because I thought the dolphins just like straight up jumped off. Unfortunately, that guy broke his lead, so he just fell into the void. But I do have 1 dolphin still, and I try to get him in, but he just jumps off. That's partially my fault because I hadn't opened any of the trapdoors though. Thankfully, we still have him. He's just like hanging very precariously over the void. But I make another pillar, we get back up, and I try to jump him back in, but he just falls back off into the void once again. But 3rd time's the charm. Surely this will work, right? Spoiler, it doesn't really work, but I try my best to. I hope the mountain goat will try to help me get him in, but he doesn't really cooperate either. No! Guy! Wait, where did this guy go? And that's the moment when I realized I messed up, because the dolphin was gone. I didn't know what caused it at the moment, so I put the lead there for some reason. I don't actually know why I put the lead on that fence, but The dolphin has been without water for too long, and unfortunately he will just perish right there. And it's a little unfortunate, but it wouldn't have mattered either way, really. That is the sketchiest parkour jump of my life, by the way. I don't know why simple parkour jumps over the void make me feel so nervous, but that is pretty low on my priority list because we find the monster party now. And I don't know what the ocean phase monster parties will be, so I run back and I just see what happens. Thankfully, it's 2 guardians that kind of just jump off. So I thankfully only have to deal with the monster guards, which just look like they're a little armored up drowns. And so it's really no problem, especially because they didn't like try to hit me. And we find 2 more drowns. Thankfully, these guys are also not trying to hit me. I'm not going to complain about that. And now we're going to find some more guardians, and I'm just going to let the live audio play here. Oh, man. I'm so glad I didn't cover those up. Ooh, wow. I still don't think to this day I have ever been so thankful for a water stream going down to the void as I was at that point. Because I had quite a bit of stuff because I hadn't deposited anything. You can bet that that's the first thing that I wanted to do when I got back up to the surface. So I emptied out all of my stuff and we're just back to the 1 block. We get a fun little music chest, which I didn't know was in the game. And we get a fun little music disc. I don't plan on making a jukebox anytime soon because I need another diamond for a pickaxe still. But eventually, maybe that'll be fun. We get a bucket of tropical fish, and we just put them into the aquarium just fine. More pufferfish. These guys are really annoying, so I put 1 in a bucket, but I discovered that I only have 1 bucket on me, so I decide to try to run around, but he knocks me off the ledge, and I don't get lucky enough that time. I quickly checked my inventory to see if there was anything like super vital in it that I was going to be really sad that I missed, and it didn't look like there was anything, so I just quickly remade all of my tools. So after that unfortunate incident, I decided to take a little bit of a break from the 1 block, and I add a little bit of decoration around with some trees around my house because I fear that'll make it look a little bit nicer. And I also realized what my problem was, so I elevate my aquarium 2 levels, and I'm going to mine out the trapdoors so that fish can come up to the surface if they want to, and they won't be able to jump out. At least I don't think they'll be able to jump out at 2 blocks high. I could be wrong though. And now we're back to the 1 block, crossing my fingers that I'm not gonna run into any more problems, and we find another guardian. But I have a solution to this. Just mine out the fence, run back, let him fall. Flawless execution. We get another axolotl, and I don't put him in the aquarium because I don't want him to hurt any of my other fish, but now I don't have any more buckets. So I run back to the house to put up a little bit of the stuff, but also because I know I need another bucket to transport the more friendly fish into the aquarium, and I debate whether I'm gonna like dispatch of one of the fish or if I'm just gonna make another bucket. So I wind up dispatching of a pufferfish so that I can have another bucket. And then we get 2 more axolotls, which is the opposite of what I wanted because I can't put them in the aquarium with all of the other fish. So I just grab another bucket and put some water in it, and we put the axolotl in the bucket and we house him in our chest to keep everybody safe. Then we get the glow squid, and I try to find my lead, but I realized that I had actually lost my lead when I fell off with the pufferfish. So I very quickly try to make some more leads so that I can rush the glow squid over to the aquarium, but I'm too late, unfortunately, and we lost our glow squid. A bit of a bummer, but it's okay. The aquarium was already pretty packed as it is. And I believe next we're gonna run into some drowns, and these guys are not passive. They really hurt, and I run away as quick as I can to try to get my stuff to a safe spot. I think that there's like a little bit of invulnerability when you respawn in 1 block, which I didn't actually know until just then. I just grabbed my stuff really quickly, make sure that everything is there. I'm pretty sure I lost something. I don't actually remember what I lost though, unfortunately. And we get a sunken chest with a bucket of cod, thankfully giving me another bucket because I can just put the cod straight into the aquarium because he will be friendly towards everybody else. So now we're back and we get the benevolent chest with an Elder Guardian spawn egg. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with that Elder Guardian spawn egg, but I'm not gonna complain about the second trident either. And that mangrove propagule is gonna be so protected because it is my only source of mangrove wood for now, and I really want to use mangrove wood later on in the series, so I put it straight in the chest until I find a good spot for it. Now that the upgrade is done, we have entered the jungle dungeon phase, but we'll tackle the jungle phase as well as more expansions later on in the series. I hope that you are continuing to enjoy the one block series because I'm having a good time making it. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope that you will continue to make it a good day and have a good day. Catch you in the next one. Bye guys.